Tonight on Cosmic Cantina, we're exploring the idea that objects can channel energy or maybe even open up pathways to dark realities. Is there more to the physical world than meets the eye? Cover your mirrors and don't provoke the demons, because we're making contact. I'm your host, Melissa Tittle, and every week I go to my favorite bar, Cosmic Cantina, and kick back with my co-hosts, Josh Golombeski and Matt O'Connor. We talk about aliens, Bigfoot, ghosts, ancient cultures, and anything from the unseen world that needs a little illumination. Welcome to Cosmic Cantina. I'm your host, Melissa Tittle, and tonight I'm drinking my usual, which is red wine, because I just like it. What are you drinking?
It's good for the soul. I'm drinking a Pilsner from the local Odd 13 Brewing, and it's called Superfly, and it is Superfly, and it's gluten reduced, so my tummy's going to be happy. Josh, what about you?
Nice.
Gluten reduced.
Nice, man.
Yeah, they use the Clarity Firm, which I guess is... Anyway.
It's like
I don't know.
low fat.
I'm not going to get into the science of it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right.
What do you got, Josh?
Well, I'm literally drinking the same exact thing, so that was easy. Odd 13.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm an Odd 13 fan.
Oh.
I can tolerate their gluten-reduced beer without, terrible things happening in the bathroom about 30 minutes later.
Sure. Yep.
Well, I hope you're not on the bathroom when we're doing this podcast, because the podcast is longer than 30 minutes.
We're going to find out. Stay tuned.
Woo! All right. So, we're going to talk about devices. Devices for the paranormal, devices to see the other side, devices to, unveil what's ever behind in another dimension. And so we're going to start out with a news story, like I always do. Are you ready? Scientists invented a device which detects multidimensional beings. All the science fiction nerds who thought there's a multidimensional reality, well, there's a device now that catches all those beings that you think are living in your same house, in your same dimension, in your same existence, and they're right next to you, but now you can catch them on camera.
Ooh, I'm excited.
It's true.
Tell me more.
All right.
Daniel Nemes is a scientist-inventor in Colombia. He recently issued a statement in which he proudly declared the fact that he has officially invented a device able to see multidimensional beings. I love that he held his own press conference. All right, let me continue.
Yeah, you know that guy fucks.
This guy fucks, for sure. His quest... Maybe not physically, but in a multidimensional way, yes.
Yeah. He slays, yeah.
His quest began as soon as he started reading about dark matter, and soon after, he found himself obsessed over multidimensional entities as a whole and how he could see them for himself, like everyone else. All right. So, I read the statement, and then I went into some videos, and I kind of tried to figure out how it worked, but it looks like he's kind of keeping the actual technology really close, not releasing it. But this is what I gathered from all the different things that I read, and of course I will post all this stuff on our site, and you will see all the creatures, and you can decide for yourself if his technology is real. Okay, so he already knew of black light, infrared, ultraviolet technologies, but this wasn't enough for him, as he wanted to personally be able to see these creatures for himself. This is how he came up with the idea behind his own technology that he has named Inner Vision. Inner Vision?
Is it energy vision? Is it
energy vision? Okay, that's what it is, because the eye was, okay. Energy Vision. I'm like, wait, I think that's another company. Energy Vision. Let me say that again. Energy Vision. He studied infrared and black light and ultraviolet, and in this device, he used special lenses, combined them with sunlight. He used extra-sensitive filters combined with a series of optics and mathematical calculations to see multidimensional beings. Okay, so that's a lot of words, of which I can't explain how the device works, but this is all I could gather from a video that was put out on his technology and this sort of press release. He reports I
just want to know if I can build this thing with things I found around the house. Toilet roll, WD-40, duct tape, Good to go. Let's do this.
You know, Matt, if you know a thing about infrared and black light and ultraviolet, you're pretty good. You're pretty good.
You know, I don't. I really don't. But all right.
But this guy does. So, step off. Okay. Mm-hmm. He reports he has been silenced by the media with the images he has been taken. I guess apparently he's posted a lot of them on Facebook, but he's been asked to take some of them down or they've been erased. Because he says he has refused to hand over his technology to the government organizations and NASA. I don't feel like NASA would really want, I know NASA's a government organization, but they're not, I don't feel like NASA's really as aggressive as like other government organizations.
Yeah.
But that's my own opinion.
I don't understand why they're taking him down. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, like what's he doing wrong?
There's nothing. It's not offensive, right? It's just videos of. Are they naked interdimensional beings? Or
yeah, why do they care about some like Colombian coke lord like producing extra dimensional photography? Like, what's their problem with this guy down there? Like, doesn't even make sense. Actually, that gives it more legitimacy to me. If they cancel a random dude who could easily call a wacko, you could easily write this dude off and just never think about him again. But that's actually kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, if it's true, I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe he's not handing over his technology and he's kind of been silenced and stuff has been erased, evidence, whatever. I mean...
He's not a Colombian drug lord, just to be clear. He's from Colombia. That immediately makes me think of cocaine for some reason.
It's a little racist, but that's
cool. Not touching that.
How is that racist? I grew up in the 80s. Like, every movie was like a drug lord who sold cocaine from, like, Colombia. Like, that's Hollywood's fault. Hollywood's racist.
Remember Scarface? When there's that Sister Christian song playing really loud? He's all coked up. And anyway, never mind.
Tangent?
Okay.
No, I do.
We're leaving Colombia now. We are talking about energetic... energy vision.
Okay.
Energy vision, yeah. Lots of energy.
So, anyway, this is what he's claiming. But we will post the pictures, and you can check them out for yourself. I mean, maybe there is some truth to it. Nikola Tesla, his stuff ended up disappearing, and he ended up blowing up in his lab, by himself. Not a government organization was involved. You never know. Something could be happening with Daniel Neems, and he could have touched upon an amazing technology that's able to see other dimensions.
Well, I want to say something really quick. I remember we researched the skull experiments, which was more about life after death. It was experiments in Europe around the world where they photographed in dark basements with psychics trying to contact the dead. It was actually a fascinating experiment. But the photographs that came from that were kept in a box, and it was not the same technology that you're describing that was somehow specific and vague at the same time, all that math stuff. But like the skull experiments pictures remind me of Daniel's. They're definitely different, but there's like some similarities to it in some of the entities that I remember seeing in the skull experiments, which weren't all dead relatives of the people they're trying to contact. There was also some sort of interdimensional things going on. So that's very interesting to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean... This episode is about devices, so we're going to get into lots of stuff. We're going to get into positive stuff. We're going to get into dark stuff. But I can say that I don't have a multidimensional camera that takes, pictures of multidimensional beings. However, I did happen upon a different device that I have at my house.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I think
Go
I've heard
on.
some about this. I think it's like, what is it? It's some sort of phallic object? Break it down.
Well, I mean, it is a wand, so it could be considered phallic. But okay, before you laugh,
uncomfortable.
And it hums.
No, this is really cool. Yeah. I don't want to make fun of this. This is actually really, really fucking interesting. Break it down for us.
So, but before you just make fun of me, and I've now outed myself as a complete nerd on my own show.
You have a wand.
I have a wand. I am forever nerdy.
All right, Harry Potter.
All Harry
let's do
Potter
this.
fans are like into you now. It's gonna, get ready.
Yeah.
8th grade.
All right. What does your wand look like, Hermione?
All the boys want to dance with me because I have a wand. Okay. So David Sereda, I'll also post his website. You can check it out. He makes these. He helps design these wands. Now, when I say wand, it's not like abracadabra wand. It's actually a staff. It's a Egyptian staff, made and calculated like the Egyptian staffs that were in Egypt, or Moses, right? So, you see all of these kind of ancient characters in history with these staffs. So the staff is made out of copper. It has a crystal on the top. It has a gold ball on the bottom. And then it's wound with copper in the middle. And then for where the copper meets the crystal, there's a Tesla coil. And then at the bottom, there is one of the copper wires comes out, and that's where you hook it up into a waveform device. So I just thought this thing was so cool, so I wanted to try it because I obviously do a lot of ancient civilization shows or ancient history type shows, and I wanted to see, was there anything to this wand or staff? So I brought it home. I got one of these waveform generators. They're about anywhere from $400 to $3,000. I got the $400 one.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Wait, hold on. Before you go on, the staff connects to a wave generator? Is that what you said?
A waveform generator. So my specific model is a Wriggle, so that's RIGOL, but it's a waveform generator. This one puts out 35 megahertz. That's how much power comes out of it. So,
it's like pumping vibrations into your room, or what's going on there?
And it's sending a waveform or a frequency into the staff. Yeah. So so the waveform, how does it get to the staff? So there's the gold copper wire that comes out, and then it has these gator clips. So you hook the black and the red. You hook the red part of the gator clips, if you know what gator clips are, to the copper, and then you leave the black open, so it's a loop, right? So the frequency, it's like you're not closing out all the energy, you're letting it run for a loop.
Okay.
All right, so then there's a certain way you're supposed to hold it. But basically you just let this thing like charge up in your house, right? And I'm kind of like, honestly, I'm a little like, I don't know what it's supposed to do. So David Sereda, again, I'll send you his website on our site, and you can just check it out. He's like, well, it actually reformulates your spine. It runs this frequency up your spine and gives you not only this other energy, but you're able to kind of burn off all these negative thought forms. Now, I'm not saying everybody's full of entities, but you're able to kind of burn off all of this, I'll just say negative frequencies. And then that puts your it's like you're changing your DNA. And I'm like, okay, that sounds really fantastical. Why not? Let's just hook this wand up to my house.
I love it. So wait, before you did it, sorry, back up a little bit. So were you looking for something like this in your life? Were you feeling like you had attachments or negative things going on and you were searching for it? Was it more like you came across it and you're like, why not try?
I came across it and I was like, I want to try it. And I don't feel like my life is that bad, but I write a lot of ancient history, ancient civilization shows, and I'm interested in it. Meaning, like, a lot of these ancient practices are all about either kundalini, a change in your DNA, some kind of practice, some kind of temple they built to hold a separate frequency. So I'm thinking, like, if all of the ancient structures and practices and even religious texts that we read are all about this kind of frequency, and, like, whether you're talking to God or you are God or however it's worded, that's all that they seem to care about.
Yeah, totally.
Why not get my hands on one of these devices?
Nice.
See what happens, right?
Okay.
So I live in a condo, like a townhouse condo building type thing. And so in my office is where I plugged it in. And so he told me that it reaches 30 feet, 30 feet. So on the other side of my wall is my neighbor. That's where he sleeps. And
the walls are paper thin, just so you know, big guy.
Paper thin. I know. Every time he has a girl over, he's never going to listen to my podcast, so I can tell the story. So when I first turned it on, I was like, whatever, right? But as the week went on, I'm like, maybe this is just a placebo effect, but I have so much energy. Like I can't even go to, couldn't even go to sleep at, like, I usually pass out at like 10 o'clock at night because I'm so exhausted from like working all day and just, life. But I just had so much energy. I'm like,